The 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Sprite.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to 2K Sports. You're watching the NBA, and you've got Ernie Johnson, and you've got Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, it'll be the Memphis Grizzlies up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, 6 wins in their last 10 games. They'd like to play even better. Tonight, a chance to add to their win total. Regular season winding down, the playoffs approaching for some teams, at least. What's the difference in a locker room between a team that knows it's going to the playoffs and another that's almost on vacation?
Well, no question, the playoffs are where you want to be, Ernie. For teams on the outside looking in, it could be demoralizing. You have to find ways to stay motivated and embrace the spoiler role. Only missed the playoffs twice, but it never felt right. That's not the same as optimism and excitement.
And you know the thing about this job, we know we're in the playoffs.
Every day, 40 days and 40 nights, baby.
Oh, you got that right. Let's go to Kevin Harley.
The crowd is assembled here at the FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis, Tennessee, looking for a Grizzlies victory. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they won their last contest, that game against Sacramento. And they pulled off a 3-point win in that one. Too close for comfort, but they'll take it.
And, Kevin, I thought they put together a fantastic offensive game plan in that win. They knew exactly how to exploit the defense, and they really got on a nice roll.
And exploit them they did, Steve. They were relentless. They kept so much pressure on the defenders over the course of that game.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. Jones is out there with Nick Collison. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Russell Westbrook, maybe the most athletic and explosive point guard ever to play in the NBA. As some people would say. What about you?
Well, you know, it's hard to say ever. But Russell Westbrook clearly plays with the kind of ferocity that I've not seen at the point guard position. The only guy that comes to mind is probably Derrick Rose prior to his injury. I think Westbrook's aggression, powering through contact, probably gives him the edge. He plays almost angry.
A lot of torque.
A lot of torque. I mean, it's something to behold. I've not quite seen a guy at the point guard spot bring that kind of athleticism and speed and tenacity to the position.
Well, I like how you mentioned Rose, because I would agree, and that's a great way to kind of figure out where he is when Rose is healthy.
Yeah.
The pre-injured Rose
he was right in that same category.
You got it. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. To the middle. No good from Lamb.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss. Love the interior passing. He knew exactly where to go with that ball.
The Thunder have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside, Jones. Fires for 3. Shot is off. And Memphis the other way now. Their last meeting was in Oklahoma City, where they were unable to fight off the Thunder.
Yeah, they didn't play well that night. They weren't very aggressive. They shot the ball too often from the perimeter, never got it inside, and they were also very shaky from the foul line.
And that one's good. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And Udrich gets to Gasol. It's Allen with the drive, and out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. There's really no excuse. I don't know how many times we've seen it, especially when, Clark, it's time for the playoffs. The winners usually make their free throws.
It's elementary, Watson. Make your free throws when you get them. Everyone needs to take their time, get into their routine, and fundamentally execute the free throw shot.
It's Kevin, not Watson.
Okay, well, Kevin Watson.
Yeah. Hey, I like that. Now Allen, after Westbrook's missed 3. Into Zach Randall. Stolen by Collison. Lamb dishes to Jones. Right side, Jones. Westbrook kicks to Jones. Adams against Gasol. Clock at 6. Adams' shot is good. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Udrich, the pass to Prince. It's holding by Collison. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Westbrook dishes to Adams. And Lamb kicks to Jones. He feeds it to Adams. Pass to Lamb. All sorts of time. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Allen with it. Westbrook picks him up. Allen passes to Gasol. It's holding by Collison. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against Dallas.
And they were nearly flawless offensively in that win, Kevin. Once they got rolling, they just did not stop.
My kind of performance to watch, guys. Efficient and potent. Very strong.
Now here's Westbrook after Jeremy Lamb's miss. And it's Russell Westbrook with the 3. Westbrook's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Well, good timeout, guys, because, this has been a bad run for them. He's got to get his team back on the same page and executing well together.
Sometimes just getting to stop in the action can be enough to get a team back on track. There's something about that little pause in the intensity of the game that lets you refocus.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Kufis checked in for Gasol. Carter comes in for Tayshaun Prince. Lee's checked in for Allen. And it's Nick Calathes in for Udrich. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
They've come out in attack mode defensively, applying pressure and stealing the ball repeatedly.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Carter hits them both. The Thunder leading by 5. Jackson kicks to Morrow. Jones with the screen on Lee. Back to Jackson, and the pass to Roberson. Dishes to Jackson. 5 to shoot. Morrow, no good.
Even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They've got to pad their lead any time an opportunity presents itself. And I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there. Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Jones sets the pick for Jackson. He dishes it to Morrow. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Morrow's got his first 2 points of the night. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Carter drives in. Passes to Calathes. Here's Lee outside. Can't get it to go. And the Thunder going the other way now. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Outside Jackson.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Look at the numbers for him on the line this year. 88% on the season. Impressive number.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And he makes the first. Both free throws good from Jackson.
There's not a lot you can say that hasn't been said before about his skill at the charity stripe.
The Grizzlies trail by 9. Lee kicks to Kufis. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. And here we go with Morrow running it up the court. Crashes in for a double-digit lead.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. It's the Thunder up by 11. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
Next Sunday, April 5th, Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls take on LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Live from Cleveland. Don't miss out.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
And the key is you look at the steal totals for this team. They have really put good pressure on the offense.
Well, you know what? Pressure can lead to pilfers, and pilfers can lead to points. So we've got the 3 Ps: pressure, pilfers, points. Get it done.
Nick Calathes is out there with Lee. Then there's Tayshaun Prince. Then there's Carter. And it's Kufis in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Robertson dishes to Jackson. And it's blocked. Second shot opportunity. Calathes grabs the board.
There was just enough defensive pressure to get him off balance and cause that shot to go awry.
Good. Lee's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Memphis.
Coach Scott Brooks of the Thunder, he's brought great stability to this organization. A lot of talent on this roster, but doesn't always fit in terms of their offensive flow. So the Thunder like to keep it pretty simple with their X's and O's.
Adams, the pass to Robertson. Shoots from 14. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. And Scott Brooks, even when the Thunder were really a young team, was pretty open to getting input from his players, and they liked it.
Yeah, I agree with you. And it's a collaborative style, and really a credit to Scott Brooks that he's secure enough with himself to allow his players to have that input. You know, engaging his players and keeping them invested. It's not easy for coaches to do when they're expected to always be in control and have the answers. And he's got some great team leaders, too, so it's a nice fit for that collaborative style.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Marc Gasol's checked in for Kufis. Allen comes in for Lee. And it's Udrich in for Nick Calathes. Then for the Thunder, Nick Collison's checked in for McGarry. Lamb comes in for Andre Robertson. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Reggie Jackson. Puts one up. Lamb, good. Lamb's got 7. Here's Udrich. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. The drive by Allen with the fadeaway. That's good.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
The Thunder leading by 11. The dish to Adams. And stolen by Prince. And here we go. Carter heading to the hoop. It's taken away by Collison. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Feeds it to Morrow. Kept alive. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, guys, Kevin Durant, after his finals loss in 2011, hired his own analytics expert. Together, they studied video and stats to analyze which are his best spots on the floor. And most shots for KD are good, but he wants great ones. Kevin, since that time, KD's scoring efficiency has gone from good to to phenomenal.
And in 2012-13, he became the 7th player Clark ever to tally a 50, 40, 90 season.
KD joining his role model, Larry Bird. Something special. Thanks, Dor.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
When you face the Oklahoma City Thunder, one of the things defensively that you have to prioritize is keeping them out of transition. This team is long and athletic, and if they get out in the open court, you're in big trouble.
Here's Westbrook. What a tremendous game he played against Dallas. Kicks it to Collison. Back to Westbrook. Collison with the screen for Westbrook. Outside Collison. The second chance effort. Goes up again, and the layup is good. Collison's got his first basket.
Strong rebounding, and he's rewarded with the easy putback.
And Udrich kicks to Allen. Goes up the baseline. It's good. This time the assist from Udrich. 8 points for Allen. And the Thunder in the half court, more of a jump shooting team.
And sometimes that can be a backhanded compliment. I mean, you look at their roster, Durant, Westbrook, Ibaka, even Reggie Jackson, you know, all pretty good from mid-range. So they spread you out, and then, of course, Durant's jump shot is pretty much unguardable.
No good from Lamb.
If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
And then Porter with the jam.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Westbrook dishes to Adams. He kicks to Morrow. Pass to Lamb. There's the feed to Morrow. For 3, Westbrook. It's rebounded by Memphis. And Udrich kicks to Prince. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
And Memphis making a change here. Randolph is checked in. Jones checked in for Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City leading by 3. 1:31 left to play in the first half. Lamb passes to Westbrook. He feeds it to Lamb. Back to Westbrook. Fires from deep. Good on the shot. Westbrook's got 6 points.
Jeremy Lamb, a natural scorer. He can smoothly glide into a pull-up jumper. Nice floater in the lane, athletic in transition. You know, when he gets it going, he can really light it up.
Here's Gasol. Misses off the left iron. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Westbrook drives in. Good on the shot. And it's an 8-point Thunder lead. And for Lamb, Clark, do you see him as a shot creator off the dribble, or is he better spotting up and coming off screens?
He looks to be more of a catch-and-shoot guy, but I think he's going to develop into a 1, 2, maybe 3 dribble shot creator. He's got tremendous length, and he's extremely athletic and smooth. And I see his confidence growing, too, so I like his promise going forward.
And Adams kicks to Westbrook. Gasol against Adams. Back to Westbrook. There's the triple. Grizzlies with the rebound. Randolph's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Udrich dishes to Prince. Allen kicks to Randolph. Back to Allen. Udrich for 3. And the shot is good. Now just a 2-point Thunder lead. And here's Westbrook. 8 points for him. And the rejection by Randolph. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. 2 on the clock. It'll count, and it's good. But hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And a good job by the officials getting together and going to the replay. I mean, remember how frustrating it was before the rule was implemented to see a replay of an easily correctable call?
Yeah, I think the straw that finally broke the camel's back, Clark, was in the 2002 Western Conference Finals. Remember the Lakers beat the Kings by 1 point in that critical Game 4, and that came after L.A. was awarded a three-pointer at halftime that was clearly after the buzzer.
And they've seen enough. The basket will not count. The quarter has come to an end before the shot.
Still important to have a second look at it, Kevin. I mean, the technology's available, so you might as well use it.
Absolutely. Second quarter ends in a tight one. Thunder lead by 2. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Scott, I heard you tell the guys you were giving up too many easy baskets. How do you adjust going forward?
Well, we have to get back on defense, and we can't. If we're going to switch, we've got to switch aggressive. We're just giving up too many points around the paint.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game.
So far in the game for Westbrook, he's got 8 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
Memphis trailing here. Well, good teams tend to have a defined style of play. Steve, the Grizzlies had grit and grind, but it seems they're going away from it now.
Kind of a throwback style, Kevin, but it suited their personnel perfectly, particularly with Randolph and Gasol down low. The slower pace lent itself to better defense for them, and they really pounded you inside, that's for sure.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for Oklahoma City right now, backcourt tandem, Westbrook and Jeremy Lamb. Adams is out there with Nick Collison, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. That evens the score. Randolph's got his team on the board first here in the second half for the Grizzlies.
And you know, the Grizzlies got swept in the Western Conference Finals back in 2013 because the Spurs just packed it in defensively. And I really think that was the impetus for the Grizzlies looking to try to play a more wide-open style. You know, even though that season in 2013 was, as a whole, the best ever for the franchise, it did expose their weaknesses and gave them something to work on.
The Grizzlies shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Udrich, the pass to Allen. And Udrich kicks to Prince. That's good. And it's Udrich with the assist that time. 8 points for Prince. It's a close game here in Memphis.
And last season, it took the Grizzlies some time to get going. New head coach, the injury to Marc Gasol, but they added some shooting and athleticism on the wings and really rallied strongly towards the end of the year.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. You know, Steve, a lot of teams look at this Thunder franchise as a model, you know, of how to go about building a team that can compete for a title through the NBA draft.
Well, it's a good model to follow, but you need some luck, Kevin. I mean, Kevin Durant fell into their lap. If they don't get the second pick in the lottery and if Greg Oden doesn't go first to Portland, none of this happens. So, yeah, great planning, and they've had a terrific effort to put all this together, but it really comes back to getting Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
You know, going back to touch again on the Thunder, really you couldn't have asked for a better scenario for a small market team to put together a roster like this. I mean, your core pieces, your cornerstone pieces, Kevin Durant and Russell Westbrook, Serge Ibaka, are all relatively young in their careers and seem to enjoy playing for each other. So they're going to be good for a long time.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Yes, Kevin, during that break, Coach Scott Brooks had some words for his team. The strategy included running the offense through Russell Westbrook. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
Thanks, Doris.
Well, they did have to deal with some small market repercussions, though. The Thunder, I'm talking about. You know, they couldn't afford to pay James Harden. They had to make that trade. But I think they've dealt with it really well. They've added some nice pieces, and the Thunder, obviously, still one of the elite teams in the NBA.
Carter, he's checked in for Tayshaun Prince. The Thunder have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And you look at the numbers for this season, guys, from the free throw line, they're shooting 77%.
And this year, they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
Allen drives in. A baseline J. It's hauled in by Collison. Collison's got 7 rebounds in the game. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked really strong together.
Yeah, very aggressive, too. Keeping the defense off balance with their ball movement. Well, I like the way they look.
It's stolen by Jones. Now the fast break. Lamb with the ball. Here's Adams. Can't get it to go. Some solid defense from Gasol. The Grizzlies trail by 4. Carter drives in. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Carter's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Here's Westbrook, and he gets the bucket. And the Thunder lead by 4. Russell Westbrook still among the league leaders in shots at the rim, but Steve, he's expanding his offensive arsenal.
Well, he's improved as a three-point shooter. He's got a great pull-up jumper from mid-range already, especially from that foul line area. So Westbrook really is a threat from all over the court.
And Westbrook starting to go to work in the post a little bit. At almost 6'4", with his strength and explosiveness, he's really too much for just about any point guard to handle down low.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Lee's checked in, and a switch here also for Oklahoma City. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Steven Adams. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2.
Westbrook likes that left block. Dribbling with his right, he can back you down, fade away with an accurate turnaround jumper from that left baseline.
Pass to Lamb. Here's Morrow, covered by Lee. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Outside for Gasol. Memphis moving it around. Offensive rebound, Randolph. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Second team foul.
You talk about players who either love or hate contact. Randolph, I think, is in his element. Clark leaning on people. He likes to feel other bodies.
Yeah, they love Zebo, they call him, don't they? He can get busy. Boy, I love watching him go to work. You know, he likes to be in the middle of contact. He gets to the rim. Whenever you lose contact if you're guarding him, and he's not the most explosive guy, but it just points out, Kevin, you can be highly skilled and a really good basketball player and not be an off-the-charts athlete.
He wears on his opponent. There's a lot of attrition.
I think he created that phrase, it was a grit and grind. Grit and grind for the Grizzlies.
You're right.
And that's how he played.
Yeah. Westbrook wide open. He fires. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession. Nick Galathis, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. Roberson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Thunder have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Really left alone that time. Morrow's got 7 points.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Carter right side. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Following this one, they get to host the Rockets. They start a 3-game homestand with that game.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Rockets game. It should be close, I think.
They haven't been as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. They're playing smart with the lead. I like that. They're being very selective and deliberate in their offense. That's a good strategy when you're on top.
That's it, and the Oklahoma City leaders get down to 4 points. The basket there from Lee.
You can see that they're not as aggressive from the three-point arc. They had far more attempts in the first half.
Outside Jackson. Here's Morrow, covered by Lee. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his second bucket of the game to go.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
I agree. They need more energy in the post, maybe some double teaming. They've got to get their defense in gear. Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Lee. The pass to Roberson. Here's McGarry. The shot misses. Good work defensively by Carter. Calathes kicks to Randall. From midcourt. No good. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City out in front, up by 4. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports.
Tune in next Sunday night, April 5th. Chris Bosh and the Miami Heat take on David West and the Indiana Pacers. Hoops action.
And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from Udrih.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assists like the one we just saw.
The Thunder leading by 4. Tony Allen is out there with Tayshaun Prince. Then there's Kufis. Then it's Lee. And it's Calathes in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
Well, the Thunder with an athletic guard rotation between Russell Westbrook and Reggie Jackson. Jackson, of course, not the level of Westbrook, but he brings some similar things to the table as far as size, athleticism, scoring, and rebounding.
And Jackson, the former 24th pick overall, Clark back in 2011 out of BC, rounding into a quality NBA player and score one more for the Thunder's front office.
Well, Oklahoma City seems to like that athletic player with size, toughness, and athleticism, and you know what? Jackson fits that mold.
Beno Udrih, he's checked in for Nick Calathes.
You know, the Grizzlies are the kind of team that perhaps fans around the league can overlook or undervalue or even forget about at times, but they're always going to be there because they're tough, they're physical, and they're talented.
Well, guys, as you were talking about, Memphis not a big budget franchise or one with a history that runs so deep that often fans overlook them.
That may be true, but it's given the Grizzlies a very underdog attitude that I think the franchise and the team and the fans have embraced. You look at the Thunder, they're really the epitome of patience, that build through the draft model, constructing a contender with consistency and just a solid approach every day. That's why they are year in and year out so tough to handle.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Udrih has got his 3rd rebound on the night. The drive by Allen. Dishes to Udrih. No good on the three. And for the Thunder, and their success, of course, not just predicated on top picks, but Clark, you've always talked about this, the right kind of top picks.
The fit is so important. They've had great success with their picks. There's no denying that, and it's not easy to make that happen. But they've got a tremendous front office that does their homework, knows what they want in terms of talent and character and fit. And then you've got to give a little nod to luck and fortune here. I mean, not all of it. Some of it, you know, it's not always all science. There's a little art involved in this thing too, but they've got quality people making good decisions, and it's paying off on the court.
Lamb dishes to Adams. 11 feet away. Here's Collison, and good work on the boards that pick up the second chance points. And the Thunder lead by 5.
Boy, where was the box out? Too easy on that second chance opportunity.
Yeah, no box out is what happened there. Those kind of mistakes on the glass will kill a team.
Marc Gasol is checked in for Courtney Lee. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, Coach Dave Yeager had some words for his team. He told his team to keep looking for three-point opportunities, saying their perimeter defense isn't doing a good job getting out on our shooters. So let's keep firing away until they decide to guard us.
I'll tell you what, fellas, he loves those mid-range jumpers. I mean, that's where he makes his money.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. Adams outside. He dishes it to Westbrook. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
They've got to continue to put pressure on the defense by probing inside. That's what's really working for them.
And when you're doing the job they are inside, it takes pressure off the perimeter guys.
Udrih can't hit. The Thunder leading by 5. Pushing it up. Here's Roberson. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And it's off the back rim. No good. Koufos with the block. Now Udrih. Passes it to Prince. Now the dish to Udrih. Good on the triple.
Defenders need to recognize and be alert to staying on him as we get into crunch time.
The Thunder have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Westbrook passes to Lamb. Outside Westbrook. Feeds it to Roberson. Some solid defense from Gasol.
Great defense in the paint there, making it tough on the offense.
That's what he brings, a presence. I mean, you saw it on that miss.
The game now all time.
What a beautiful play inside, using that height advantage to just lay the ball up and in when they really needed a basket.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Collison kicks to Lamb. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. Collison. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in. And the Thunder lead by 2.
All of the scoring in tight is coming at that end of the court.
Well, they're finding the holes in the defense, Clark, and they're exploiting them.
And Udrih kicks to Allen. The feed to Koufos. Pass to Udrih to take the lead. Goes back up. And Gasol lays it in. Gasol's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
And at this stage of the game, that offensive rebound and putback is enormous. And that feels like a 4-point swing.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
He did not look too happy about some of the things he saw on the court. So I would expect some changes here.
I think it's the right move, quite honestly. I mean, they just didn't look sharp or at their best out there. So take the timeout and give yourself a chance to regroup.
And Memphis making a change here. Antdogg is checked in. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Jones is checked in. Westbrook dishes to Jones, kicks it to Lamb. Adams against Gasol. Jones drives in, drops it in from 11 feet. Here's Udrich. Prince outside. He kicks it to Udrich. It's the go-ahead bucket. Udrich has got the lead up to 1 now for the Grizzlies.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeout.
Here's Prince. Again, Memphis.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, if you just looked at assists as the measuring stick, they've been by far the better team.
And Westbrook, here we go. Outside, Jones. Pass to Collison. Just 5 on the clock. Good! A tremendous 3 to tie it up.
And that is the shot of the game.
Well, he's got the guts and courage to take it and the skill to make it.
And Udrich gets to Allen. It's good! And that bucket ignites the crowd.
Crucial bucket there, and you hear it in their reaction.
And you can feel the energy throughout this building right now. What a huge shot.
And Westbrook, here we go. It's good! He has tied up this game. Oh, what a shot.
They're having a lot of trouble dealing with Russell Westbrook. He's a handful.
And Udrich kicks to Prince. He feeds it to Gasol. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, they did have a foul to give, but they couldn't get it done before the shot attempt.
Yeah, you really want to try to foul in that situation before he gets into the shooting motion, and it just didn't work out that time.
At the line, Mark Gasol, 2 shots.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. So we can't get either to fall. For Oklahoma City, they've gone through the 4th quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Prince against Westbrook. Jones for 3. Bullseye!
Nice play. They're in control. Just play solid, good defense. No quick bucket and no easy 3.
Timeout called the Grizzlies. They're losing by 3. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, down 3, you don't necessarily have to go for the 3. You could go for the quick bucket and then the foul.
I'm not sure. I mean, in this situation, I think they should look for the 3, Steve. I mean, try to tie this thing up. You've got 3-point shooters. Let it fly.
Here's Udrich. It's good!
I'll tell you what, the first half may have been a little slow, but both clubs really picking up the intensity here in the second.
I'll say that's for sure. I mean, things have really ramped up here.
So a close game sees Oklahoma City taking this one. Clark, it was anybody's game right to the very end.
Yeah, it was. The coach is happy with the outcome. This team kept their emotions in check and got it done.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Russell, congratulations on this win. What were the main factors that helped you stay in control of this one down the stretch?
Just try to be aggressive. And we did a good job in all game of staying aggressive. Our defense was key towards the end, and we did a good job of closing the game out.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. Now, our Jordan Player of the Game, Perry Jones.
set it off. I suggest y'all set it off. 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 Set it off on the left, y'all. Set it off on the right, y'all. Set it off. Come on, let's set it off.